Hello. Here I am again. So, I don't know. Things have been kind of, hard. Anybody who ever says that losing a child gets easier, you people don't know what you're talking about. Because it doesn't get easier. Not 1 second. Not one single second doesn't get easier. It's just, everyone around you just expects you to get better, right? And you don't really get better. You just get better at dealing with it on your own. Because everybody else around you is moving. Everyone else around you is just going on with their life. I mean, the other day, yesterday, take for example, I was just doing some work on the computer, right? Just messing around, doing some stuff on the computer. And I used to download movies and stuff for my son a lot because he didn't have internet over at his house. And he literally lived like right outside my window, right? Like right there on the tiny house that we had on our property. And there's no internet, so he really didn't have anything to watch. So I downloaded this thing called Toon Bodo, I think it was. And yesterday I was doing some work on my computer, just like sitting there, minding my own business, having a glance, and caught it out of the corner of my eye. And it hurt, because I downloaded a lot of movies for him. Christian movies, his shows, things like that. Just anything he wanted to watch. A lot of Christian stuff too. Just so he had something to watch. And then I seen it. I don't know, I couldn't describe really how it makes you feel. When you do something for someone so much, over and over and over and over and over again, and then you just don't anymore. I didn't know how to process that, I guess. Caught myself doing it again last night. I was going in the laundry room, right? And passed by the window in the kitchen over the sink and caught a glimpse from the window of his house. I just caught myself. I was just standing there, staring out the window, looking so hard. For him to just walk back over. Wishing I could just catch him walking back over. I stood there. But he didn't. I wanted to go over and check on him, like I always did. Hey, Bob, you awake? But he wasn't gonna be over there. I didn't know it. And I clench inside my heart. As I breathe. And it's hard, Just little things like that. Just little things catches you off guard. Things that other people, they don't understand. You can't really understand. I never understood until it happened to me. I was one of those people saying, it's gonna be okay. It's gonna be okay. They're in heaven. They're in a better place. I was one of those people. Now I am that people. And I know he's in heaven. I really do. I know that. Anyway, so I wrote this thing back in August 14th of this year. It's called The 20 Seconds That Changed My Life. Okay. So, let me see if I can get through this on here. Alright, so just bear with me. Just a lunatic mom. Missing her kid. Okay. Comment if you want to. It really doesn't matter. I'm just talking. Maybe I might be able to help some other lunatic mom that misses her kid too. But anyway, so this is called The 20 Seconds That Changed My Life. So we spend our whole life just waiting for something to happen, right? Something for this to happen, for that to happen, pushing our time away in such a hurry just to get through the day. Finding ourselves saying, this is taking forever. Or I wish the weekend was here already. Rushing around just to get everything done, not considering how much of our lives we've wasted and spent just because we were in such a hurry to just be done already. We're all guilty to this throughout the span of our lives, whether we're little or full-grown adults. Like my daughter, my youngest one, she's like, God, this is taking forever. Is this gonna take forever? And I always remind her, I'm like, let it. Enjoy those moments. Because when you don't have those moments anymore, you're gonna want them back. I know, I do. But, I mean, we're still all guilty of it as well. Like, we go to work. What do? We wait for the weekend. God, I wish the weekend would get here already. I just wish the weekend would hurry up and get here already. Every one of us. But once a moment's gone, it's gone. And some moments you just can't change. So, now, I am forced to deal with the greatest loss ever. The loss of my child. My one of only 2, and now 3 reasons I fought so hard in this messed up world. My heart, the love that I held so close inside of me in my womb for 9 months, I fought the trenches of hell just to keep him safe all of his life, to make sure he was okay, to make sure all my kids were okay. That was a hard battle. And now, I tend to look at things drastically different than I did before. Like when I tell my daughter, Let it take a minute. Let it take forever. Stop rushing. Enjoy those moments. Right? Think about this. So I did some calculations, okay? If you took your age and mapped it out in just seconds, just mere seconds, mapped out your entire life from the time you were born to that day, that one day that changed your life, those 20 seconds, 5 seconds, 10 seconds, how would that look for you? How many of seconds of your whole life, how many of those seconds were so unforgettable that you can recall every single detail? How many of those mere seconds of your existence were the most truly life-changing? How many of those mere seconds changed you in your entire existence? Mine, I was born on December 2nd, 1977. Yeah, I'm old. And the day, those 20 little seconds, my whole life was changed forever on February 18th, 2025. The total number of seconds between December 2nd, 1977 and February 18th, 2025 is 1,490,440 seconds. I did the math. Out of those 1,490,440 seconds, out of all those seconds, I have lived the most crushing of all my existence has been forever changed in just 20 little seconds. 20 seconds that I wish I had the power to change. Those 20 little seconds where I seemed like I was trapped in my own world of hell, where everything was happening all at once. 20 seconds where my heart was ripped apart without warning. Those 20 seconds that completely changed every single thing in my life. You have to understand, for me and others like me, it's not just a moment that will pass. It's not something that could ever be forgotten or just get over. It's not something that can change with empty conversations. But now we're living those 20 seconds forever. Those 20 seconds for me are a constant reminder that what some may consider as a time heals all moments will pass, or you're just stuck living in the past too much. No. These mere 20 seconds out of 1,490,440 seconds is the seconds that my purpose from being a mom to my son was gone. It was taken. And just because that is something that I can never make right again, no matter how much I try to, no matter how hard I pray, no matter how much I plead to God. So yeah, pardon my mess, because I am doing everything I know to not completely fall apart. and lose hope of even existing myself and falling into a hole of anger, darkness, loneliness, bitterness, depression. Instead, I've decided to still trust God with everything I got inside of me and all this pain. That even in this, God is in His story. God is in our stories. God is in the details when you trust Him on this type of new level. You begin to see things in a spiritual realm and not the physical realm. Learning that is where true healing begins. Yeah. True healing. Anyway, guys, I gotta go. Bye.